Hello, my name is Phil Jenkins. I am the PR and Content Manager at Balladesives, and today I bring you an advanced guide to Facebook marketing. So today I am going to guide you through the ins and outs of Facebook advertising, how to set up and create a good Facebook advert, understanding Facebook's algorithms. We're going to look at how you can grow your audience, cross-posting between different social media platforms, content creation and top tips for photography, content creation and top tips for video, and some top influencer tips. So first of all, let's look at Facebook advertising. Facebook is a massive platform, massive social media platform. It is very active. It's a growing platform. There are 2 billion active users who spend on average an hour on the site every day. It's one of the best ways to reach direct and targeted users, and it is one of the best platforms for engagement and return on investment, with latest figures suggesting you can get a return on investment of 105%. You can target specific user groups and you can target specific locations. Facebook ads are easily activated through the Ads Manager page on Facebook. They are easy to set up and you can either create your own advert or boost a current post. You have the ability to set a budget per day with a max spend per day over a designated period. So how do you create a Facebook advert? Well, it's simple really. Click on your page and then click on the button which says Ad Center. Here you can select the option of creating an advert or boosting a current post. Facebook will then give you the option to boost a post, get more bookings, get more messages, promote your page, promote your business locally, get more website visitors, or get more leads. As a trialer, I'll perhaps suggest clicking on the Promote Your Business Locally first to get your business well known in your local area. So if I click on the Promote Business Locally, it will bring you to this page where you can select the location that you'd like to promote your business to, i.e. a 3-mile radius of your home, 10 mile, 20 mile, etc. As an example, for Phil Test Tiler, I have clicked a radius of 3 miles, and this brings up your potential audience size. And for me, this would be 110,000 people in that 3-mile radius. You can then select the demographics, age of the audience, gender and interests. Remember to select something like home improvement, which is probably something that people who are looking for new tiling in their bathrooms or kitchens something they would select as an interest. You'll then be asked to select an image. You can either select a stock image, one which you have on your site already, or you can create a new image. Make sure that this image is eye-catching. You'll be then asked to select the headline and the ad text. Don't make this too wordy, as you need a hook to draw people in. You can select a CTA, which is a call to action, which can be something like call me or send a message, for example. Remember to include your business phone number so people can contact you for bookings. Next, you'll be asked to set your budget. For Facebook, the minimum spend is £1. We always recommend starting a first campaign with perhaps £2 to £5 a day, obviously depending on your budget. When your ads have more opportunities to get results, you may want to spend more than your daily budget. If I select £1 as a daily budget, you might spend £1.25p on some days and less on others, but it will maintain an average daily budget of £1. By selecting the daily budget you'd like to select every day, Facebook will then give you an estimated reach. For this campaign, I selected a 5-day campaign with a daily budget of £10 a day. According to Facebook, this will reach an estimated number of people from 3,000 to 8,600 people per day. This is only an estimate, and numbers shown are based on the average performance of ads targeted to your selected audience. So top tips on creating a good Facebook advert. Firstly, make sure you write copy, which is in this regard is sales text, that engages all the customers and those who you are targeting. For example, are you targeting renters? Are you targeting homeowners? Are you targeting older clients or younger ones? Commercial or domestic? Make sure you select a great visual, and this needs to match with the copy. For example, are you highlighting your work with natural stone or porcelain? Is that image matching with the copy that you've written? Stay focused with your messaging. Are you trying to increase awareness of your business, or are you selling a particular service such as external tiling or a bathroom refurb or a kitchen refit? Are you looking for people to book with you? Call you for a quote? Keep it short and lead with value. 1 or 2 sentences will be enough. Get your point across. It's always a good idea to test your copy to see how it works. Are you getting the engagement and bookings? Perhaps you could run an A/B test. This is where you will run one advert alongside another advert, and at the end of the process you can see which advert performs best, and you can take that knowledge into your next advertising campaign. So here I've got found some really good examples of Facebook advertising. Firstly, on Shopify in the top left hand corner of your screen, the tagline is "No one should craft for nothing," and there's a great picture there of somebody doing some knitting, and the call to action is "Sell your crafts on Facebook, sign up now." Very, very simple, very, very to the point, gets across exactly what Shopify are trying to sell you. In the top right hand corner, this is from Athos. This is the exercise app. Seeing balances that your personal trainer can't. Track muscle effort, muscle fatigue, heart rate and respiration all in real time. It's the smartphone apparatus available now. Learn more. That's a simple what the app can do. Why is it better than the personal trainer? Find out more. Click on the button. Very straightforward. And then Heal. Heal is a doctors and GPs practice, I think, in America. And it's discover a better way to see the doctor on demand and on your schedule. Trial Heal today. Get a great doctor to you. Book now. Very, very simple. You want a doctor, you get it on demand and on your schedule. Trial Heal. Book now. Very, very simple. Straight to the point. Has a great call to action. An image which matches the copy, and it's a value. It gives great value. So now we're going to touch on Facebook algorithms. Now, Facebook algorithms have changed quite a lot in the last couple of years. If you don't know what an algorithm is basically it's Facebook's big giant computer in the cloud. It looks at all your content, it ranks it in terms of relevancy, trust, etc., and then it gives it a score, and that determines where it appears in people's feeds. So this year, Facebook is taking a cue from Google. It's curating the content based on metrics of relevance to the people that would view it, on trust. It gives us a great opportunity for you as an advertiser to understand the algorithm and optimize your content for a better user experience. So Facebook ranks your content on a number of things: relevancy, trust, meaningful interactions, signals, predictions, and finally it gives you a score. So relevancy, which is pretty obvious, it does what it says on the tin. How relevant is the content you're producing to your followers' interests? Are your followers interested in tiling? Are you producing content which is based on tiling, which I hope yours will? Trust, how trustworthy is the content and the user? This was really brought in to act as a brake against fake news. This shouldn't really apply to you unless, of course, you are putting fake content out there, and then if it does get flagged up, then your content and your site will be flagged up as fake news and potentially will be pulled. So just a quick bear that in mind going forward. So meaningful interactions. This is where Facebook will prioritise your content, which sparks the conversations and the meaningful interactions. So if your content is getting lots of likes, lots of shares, lots of comments, it will be ranked higher up by Facebook. Signals. So this is who the user is interactive, what types of post. Video. Is it a video message? Is it a photo? Is it a post with photos, or is it just text? Again, remember that native video and photography is likely to have far higher engagement, so it will be ranked higher accordingly, and the post will be more popular. And then predictions. This is where Facebook uses your profile as a user and your previous behaviours to decide what to show you. So they attempt to work out how likely you are to interact with content. It will keep stuff that they think you won't engage with out of your timeline. And then finally, score. So this refers to a value assigned to a piece of content that will determine its relevancy to the user. Obviously, the higher the score, the more likely it will appear in the feed. So obviously, it means that content will get different scores for different individuals. So now we're going to look at growing your audience. How can you grow your audience? Well, obviously, you need to build your presence and authority in your local area. So use organic and paid for targeting. Get well known, join your local groups, your local buy and sell groups, or your local town and village groups. Get your business known locally if it isn't already. Publish evergreen content. We talked about this last week. The content needs to be relevant, it needs to be timely, and it needs to be regular. Okay, so that regular flow of content, the flow of photography and videos, that is going to grow your audience. Invite your friends to like and share your content, and in turn their friends will like and share it as well, and you will then grow your business page. So really, that's the first important thing to do, is get all your friends, invite all your friends to like and share your content. So use organic post targeting. This is where you target your audience, obviously, with the relevant content. So if they're into tiling, post things about tiling. If they're into natural stone, post images and content about natural stone. And post links to your website. If you have a website, post links to it. This is where you have pricing information. Maybe have other social media channels like Twitter or Instagram. Publish links to those too. This will really help build your presence and your authority. And like we've already touched on already, publish native videos on Facebook. Facebook ranks videos which are published natively. That's obviously the ones that are produced by you, and it will rank it higher. So let's touch on cross-posting then. So what is cross-posting? Well, cross-posting is the act of creating content and posting it across multiple social media platforms. For example, you could write a blog post and submit the same piece to a variety of social media websites, including LinkedIn, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Google+, for example. With Facebook, Facebook owns Instagram, so that you can directly link your accounts up if you have an Instagram account. So if you post on Facebook or Instagram, you can click a button and it will automatically post it on the other social media channel. This cross-posting tools like Hootsuite are also great things to use, and this can help you with creating an effective posting schedule. So this helps you streamline your social media strategy across all the different platforms. Cross-posting content allows you to take a single piece of content and use it across many different platforms. This really does help keep your social media accounts active and healthy. This can help you to retain your existing audience, broaden your reach, and attract new followers. Now we're going to have a look at some top tips for photography. Like I've already said, photography is absolutely crucial, particularly if you have got a tiling page, a tiling business, to show off your work, show off your process of work as well, and even use it to show off some of your top tips. So first of all, some good tips. An essential is good lighting. You might need to, in this instance, bring in external lighting if necessary. Perhaps your site has no electricity or the lighting is of poor quality. If it's a finished project, make it as real life as possible. So maybe bring in a fruit bowl or some flowers or some furniture, etc. And if you can't do finished shots, ask the customers if perhaps they could take some shots, some photography, and send them to you. Or if not, maybe even ask the customer if you can come back onto site, maybe in a couple of weeks after they've got everything sorted, and take your own pictures. I always say when we're talking about photography and real life photography, that just think about when you're selling a home. Okay, when you're selling a home, the estate agent comes to your house and says, make sure it's all tidy, but make sure it's lived in. So look like there's obviously you've lived in that house, you've lived it, and you've loved it. I think that really helps somebody when they're looking to buy a house. If they can see that someone's lived in it and loved it, and it's got that homely feel to it, they're more inclined to be able to imagine themselves in that house. And as such, might have a greater thinking. It might encourage them to buy that house. If you're looking at images of an empty flat or an empty house, sometimes this can be a little bit off-putting. And I think it's exactly the same with photography when it comes to tiling projects. Make it look lived in, make them look real. Another good top tip is to remove all the tools from your shots. I know this might sound quite a simple thing to say and quite an obvious thing to say, but the amount of people I've seen who've taken pictures and images of their tiling, and in the background's been a trowel or a bucket, or you know, even I've seen even things like jackets, etc., like that, you know, from the tiler itself. For me, I just think that looks really unprofessional. So when you finish the project, you finish grouting, you've cleaned up, get all your tools packed away, and then take a really nice picture. Another good top tip: why don't you show the process from beginning to end? Follow the project through and make it a story. Show what it was like before, show some of the processes you went through on the project. Really provide a narrative to your users who are on your site. Another good top tip is using Facebook Stories. This is a great visual way to share content, and it is a feature which you can add filters and effects to images, photographs or videos on your phone, and this shows up in Facebook apps on mobiles. Use an editing tool on your phone, tablet or laptop for cropping, etc. There's some great free options for editing out there where you can crop the content, you can add filters, you can change the lighting, you can increase the contrast, etc. So have a little bit of a look around, and you know, if you haven't got if the free editing software on your tablet or your phone isn't up to it, there's some really good free ones out there, or you can alternatively pay for ones as well if you want to. And here are some great examples. So I've picked a photo from a couple of tools. That's Gus Kearney up in Scotland. He's a fantastic multi-trader, very skilled in social media. He's got some really high follower counts. This is a fantastic panoramic view of a recent kitchen. You have to say nice and clean, really good lighting, fantastic setting, no tools in sight. Shows off the floor spectacularly, shows off the whole kitchen wonderfully well. And on the right hand side, this is a photo by Shane Hardy Tiling of a floor I think he completed in a utility room. He's either gone back to the site or he's asked the customer for some pictures where they've put all the furniture back. It looks lived in. They've got some, you know, crayons and things like that and box storage boxes, but really good lighting again, some really good contrast. Really shows off that lovely polished porcelain floor. So some top tips for creating video. You don't need these days, you really don't need a really high expensive HD camera. You can do it on a good smartphone. We've talked about how video is absolutely crucial for maintaining and increasing engagement and winning new followers, and we've also touched on that Facebook prioritises new native content in its algorithms. Most smartphones also have built-in editing software, or you can download something like iMovie or Filmora Go or even Adobe Premiere Clip. Shoot short videos of your project. This could be a time lapse of projects from start to finish, or a final room pan, or 360 degrees, or any sort of panoramics. It's also a good tip to shoot small explanation videos of a particular process on site. Perhaps it was a difficult niche, or you were tiling over underfloor heating, or it was a really difficult type of tile or stone that you were using, or some really nifty little cuts that you had to do. Make them short, not too long, maybe a minute to 1 minute and a minute and a half long maximum. Again, make sure you have good lighting. We've talked about that in the photography, exactly the same for videos. If you need to, bring in external lighting. So here is a really good example of a video by Gus Kearney. So that was a video from a couple of tools that was taken in January 2020. I think it's really short, it's sweet, it's professional, he's put music over the top, there's some really great editing there, and it shows off some of the amazing workmanship. So now we're going to look at some influencer top tips. Shane Hardy Tiling, first of all, has given us some top tips for shooting photography and video and basically in general management of his Facebook site. So Shane Hardy, he says his top tip number 1 is well before ow. Always put completed work pictures on first. After before, not before after. That's a really interesting point. So put your after shots on first, your finished shots, and then put your before shots. Shane Hardy suggests using bullet points or emojis, and used correctly these can be an eye catcher, but don't overdo it. He says get someone to spell check where possible to prevent any spelling or grammatical errors. Respond to messages efficiently, and where possible refer to private messages rather than on the post where possible. This is a really good point from Shane. We did talk about this last week. You know, if you do get messages, try and take them offline as quickly as you can. So limit the amount of posts you upload and keep them relevant. Don't spam. Basically, what we talked about this last week. Don't spam the site. Make sure you keep your post relevant, but don't overdo it. Shane says videos, when done confidently and concisely, are better than pictures. However, stick to the facts. Yep, absolutely. Contact details of other social media platforms, websites, and business addresses shows the business to be more professional. Absolutely. So yeah, if you do have other business and website addresses, you know, do put them on your Facebook platform. Competitions and offers will always help to build your audience. So perhaps maybe you could offer 10% off, or you know, on a particular month or something, or a deal for, you know, maybe the over 65s or something. Just some really good competitions and offers really just help grow your audience. Tagging companies and products you have used helps build a professional relationship within the industry. Absolutely, Shane. And all your tiles out there, if you are tiling with Bal, make sure you tag Bal tiling in on your Facebook post so we can see that comes up on our feed, and then we can show that to all our followers as well. And Shane says promote your posts that are particularly special will also help. Some top tips then from Gus Kearney from Couple of Tools. Gus is a very well-known multi-trader up in Scotland, as we said. He's got 3,500 Facebook followers, and I think he's actually booked up to 2023. So Gus has given us some of his top 10 tips as well. He says post thumb-stopping content. Make sure your first picture grabs your attention and makes people stop scrolling to see your post, and read your caption by loading the best picture first. Don't bombard feeds. Nobody wants their feed clogged up by multiple posts on the same page. Absolutely. Spread them out. Schedule your posts or collaborate them into a single post. Gus also recommends staying current and up to date. Uploading daily if you can show progress on your projects. Show that you're an active company, and this makes people follow the journey with you. Share your tips and tricks makes for interesting content, as well as all the tools you use to create the work you do. Gus says don't just post before and after projects or just completed work. It doesn't show the preparation skill you put in, and to be honest, it makes pretty boring content. Absolutely, yeah. So, you know, show what you do, show what you're doing, show that journey again, show that journey on your project. Gus says engage with your fan base, get them involved in your posts. Run a poll like what's your favourite. If people are engaged by liking, commenting and sharing, their friends will see it, and again it will give you potentially more followers. Gus also says local community. Yep, want to stay local with your work, find your local Facebook groups and advertising groups, your Facebook communities, share your page content to the groups. Absolutely. Gus says photography as well as standard pictures, you could try using something like a gimbal. So that's it's basically like a handy cam adaptation for smooth videos, or you can buy 360-degree cameras for all around content. Gus also touches on video editing. Yeah, there are lots of great basic video editing software out there. That lets you add music, transitions, and text to your videos to give it a professional look. Recurring topics. So if you have no new content to upload but still want to engage, try and post memories, perhaps from previous projects. Maybe an interesting fact relating to your business type. Even relevant memes will help keep things active on your page. Number 9, stay organised. Have your projects categorised into albums. This will make it easy for followers to look through your work, make it easy for you to find a particular project or even share the album. And 10, stay connected. Link your page with your website and post any relevant social media channels that you own, such as Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, Linktree, or even TikTok or Snapchat if you want to use it for business. So that's us. Thank you very much for watching. Just a quick reminder, we have some upcoming webinars for you. Building and promoting your business on social media will be at Thursday, 14th of May at 4 p.m. on Microsoft Teams. And then we have a LinkedIn for Business webinar on Thursday, the 21st of May, also at 4 p.m. and also on Microsoft Teams. The link will be sent out prior to that. So thanks a lot. Thanks for listening.